Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2. MUFC facing off against LGD, the Chinese squad. This is only game 2 of a best out of 3. Currently, LGD is leading the series 1-0. It was a marathon of a game number 1, but in the end, LGD prevailed on the back of some insane team fight and a very farm faceless void. I'm LD, bringing you this tournament, brought to you, of course, by Dota Talk, presented to you by Beyond the Summit, and I'm joined here today by the captain of No Tidehunter. He is Eternal Envy.
Hello. I actually want to talk about the picks right away. These are a lot of mind games and stuff going on right now. They first pick Luna, which means they're gonna go the push 5-man Dota Chinese style. So MUFC instantly picks the Keeper of the Light, which is really good at stopping pushes, and they also go Tinker, which is also really good at stopping pushes. And so it looks like MUFC is gonna go for the turtle strat, where it's just gonna turtle, and eventually they're gonna pick one carry that's gonna carry them to the late game.
Mm-hmm.
But LGD bans Anti-Mage, Void, and Celeber. They ban the Anti-Mage so they can't split push insanely well with Keeper of the Light, Tinker, and Anti-Mage or whatever. And the Void, just for a late game. And they ban a Scylla because Scylla works really well with the Tinker. So I feel like MUFC is doing their homework and they're doing some really sick picks right now.
You mean LGD?
No, MUFC. I guess it goes both sides. Yeah, because LGD has a good bans and MUFC has a good picks.
Yeah, I mean, I love the MUFC picks against the way that LGD likes to play. And at the same time, like you said, you go for, well, the turtle lineup, the split push lineup, but who's going to be the core carry to complement the Tinker Keeper of the Light? Or do they go for one? I mean, do they maybe just go for some sort of, maybe something like a Prophet? We've seen MUFC do this before, so that's why I brought it up. They've run the Tinker Prophet +1, but it does seem a bit weak to such an aggressive ganky lineup with the Night Stalker already.
Did he do it against Night Stalker? I heard about the Tinker Furlong yesterday.
I can't remember. No, it was against the Clinks. That was, what was it? It was a Clinks TA, I think. LGD International was running it, so it was like a lot of semi carries. It wasn't really hardcore like early game gankers. It was more like mid game DPS kind of gankers.
Okay. We'll see what. I'm not sure how much bonus time they're gonna use now because they might have been looking forward to picking one of those heroes, and now it looks like their time's going down like crazy.
So who's left at this point? Like if you're MUFC, who would you have your eye on?
The problem with casting is that I don't have the freaking hero screen.
You can. I guess you could bring up the Learn tab if you want, just to or open it up in a browser. But I mean, there is a Sven. I'm not sure if it's the hero you want against a Luna, and a Night Stalker, but Sandcane is the choice.
I'm
for
not
MUFC.
even gonna try to decipher these guys' picks.
Just pull a hero out of the hat. Why the hell not? Well, they pull a hero out of the hat that just is never really seen nowadays. It's Sandcane.
Yeah. A very low win rate hero. Very low. Well, we'll see.
He used to be, I mean, he had a period of extreme popularity, especially before Leshrack's nerfs. It was like always the Sandcane Leshrack combo, but it seems like since Leshrack got nerfed, he still gets picked, but his compatriot does not.
Even before Leshrack got nerfed, like Sandcane never got picked. Like long time ago, Sandcane got picked.
That's yeah.
Nowadays he gets picked.
You say a long time ago? It's what, like 4 months? But it feels like ages.
Well, in Dota 2, like 4 months, like
it's an eternity.
Different.
It is.
Yeah. Everything's different. Especially with the patches coming in every week.
Well, they still haven't picked that carry. I guess that's sort of their trump card. LGD. This is what LGD International has been doing, and I'm not sure how it originated. It's something we saw out of IG, very similar with the Luna, the Night Stalker, just these really good like mid-game, not only gankers, but also pushers, just a lineup that just groups up in 5-mans, and they pretty much have it. They don't have, I mean, the Chen, which is something that LGD International really favors their junglers more than the Chinese squad, but they get the Prophet. Yeah, this is kill you under your tower and then kill the tower kind of Dota from LGD. And I don't know if MUFC can... I guess they've got the anti-push, but can they sit there safely and actually use those abilities? Or are they just going to get ganked?
What's MUFC looking for in Nature's Prophet? If they were, this is really bad. But...
That's a great point. It's not only getting it for LGD, maybe it's denying it to MUFC.
Yeah. I'm actually worried right now. Well, the thing is, like, okay, they're using all their bonus time, so it looks scary in them. But regardless, you should use all your bonus time, just because you're the last pick anyway, so might as well.
Gyrocopter.
Okay. Ooh.
I know some teams have been using this in the European scene. I think I've seen it once or twice in Asia, but it's not a common pick. And it's Ohio. It's going to be a solo mid gyrocopter. Actually, when MUFC run the Tinker, it doesn't always get a lane. Sometimes they run it as just a jungler, and Freedom was actually the player who's jungling with it. He hit level 4 at like the 5-minute mark. He's really efficient with it. I don't know if they'll go for that, but that's just something to sort of throw out there. And he doesn't even do Ancients. He's just doing his own jungle.
Oh. LGD's lanes are obvious, but MUFC's lanes once again are like question mark. I don't exactly know what they're going to do.
These picks, I mean, how do you predict? I guess offensive tri-lane maybe with the Sand King? No, there's too many melee heroes. I don't know. I mean, what are they going to do? Well, let's introduce the players while you try and wrap your head around how they're going to lane this one. Net playing the Keeper of the Light will be that hard support. Lane playing the support. Sand King as well, that 4 position.
Boots first.
We have Sharky on the Nyx Assassin. He's going to go solo mid. He's rushing a bottle. Yeah, the boots first Tinker. This is the jungle Tinker build. That keep an eye on him because I actually didn't get to watch him much. There's so much action in that game, but he does some weird things. He's getting really leveled quickly. Ohio on the gyrocopter. I guess he's going to the safe lane. He's got the early Bryn protection. Maybe they're just going to start pushing LGD before LGD can start pushing them. On the side of LGD, we've got DDC on the Rubik. Smoke already picked up. Shao 8 as his solo mid Night Stalker, looking to be Directorate this game. Yao in the off lane as the Prophet, or maybe just going to be jungling. Sylar, safe lane Luna. Last but not least, we have DD on the support Leshrac.
I have a feeling this boots first. The only reason to why he gets it is so he has more movement speed, so he can stack all 3 camps at the same time. And I do think if you time it extremely well, you can stack all 3 camps at the same time. Just because if you use March at a certain angle, you can hit the both neutral camps at the same time at exactly like 52 seconds or something, while your hero hits the other camp. So
do you mean you mean these 2
camps?
camps? Okay.
Yeah, you hit those 2 camps with
the battle
up upright diagonal march, and then you stack the medium camp of hitting it. Let's see if that's what he does.
Do you mean like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't see any other reason to why he would go boots first other than stacking.
Yeah, this is going to be fascinating for me because he levels really quickly, at least. And it doesn't, either LGD doesn't care about that or they haven't seen him do it because they didn't try to ward off any of the camps. So it's MUFC, they just love leaving the suicide lane empty, and it's not just for the first couple levels. I mean, they just leave it empty, period. Which, I mean, you were to the point where it was aggravating you last game as far as the Darkseer went, but they don't put anyone in the suicide lane, really. It's kind of unique.
This guy's pose, this guy needs to practice his Tinker jungle.
Hey, he was good yesterday. It was a 70-minute game. Let's cut him some slack.
Maybe he does it on purpose. Like, yeah, maybe he did it on purpose because if you pull 2 creeps, no, there's no way he did it on purpose. There's no freaking way.
Even you can't theory craft that one. Try though you might.
No, actually, it kind of makes sense because if you're only trying to if you're trying to stack the big camp and you're not trying to finish it off, then just by pulling 2 creeps, you can deny both creeps.
Yeah, he got the stack, he killed the small camp, and he's going to deny them.
Double deny. Yeah.
Right, because the creeps take more damage.
Yeah, if you pull 4 creeps, maybe you wouldn't be able to deny them. So there is a chance that he did it on purpose.
We'll see. If he does it again, then you got to think he's doing it on purpose. But how do you think about the lane so far? I guess the question is the Tinker Keeper of the Light, is that enough to shut down the mid game of LGD, where you're just pushing with raw DPS from Lunar Blessing, or like, do you think LGD can actually push against this? Do they need to?
I don't think they can push against this, because Kato is awesome. And Furion's gonna push, and if Tinker gets boots travel, then you really can't push against this. Do they have to? Not really. I think Luna is fine late game. With Furion, Luna, it's fine late game, if they get the farm.
Well, he's got the triple stack up already. He's still only level 1, but now he's going to kill off this small camp again. This time he pulls the whole creep wave, so looks like it may have just been a mistake, or he's changed his tune anyway. But gonna continue farming these creeps. Now, I think gonna see our first march here, yeah. So since there's no action, I'm just gonna keep my eyes on this Tinker. This is pretty interesting to watch, but...
So he didn't do it on purpose.
I guess not. Well, the way he's using the march, he's killing the small camp, or killing it a little bit faster, and he's also killing the pull as well. And, well, after a couple more waves, he's gonna kill this big stack, and that must be how he does it. No.
I really dislike the way Chinese supports are playing when when there's no one in the lane, because DDC is not doing anything. He should be stacking something. Like, he's just standing there, look.
Well, he is level 2. I mean, I think
No, he didn't stack that much. They stacked the other camp, but they only stacked it once, and like he could have stacked a lot more than this.
You mean like the small camp as well, or?
Any camp, he shouldn't be in the lane. There's no one in the lane. He knows that. It shouldn't be a surprise to him.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. They could have stacked this one before they killed it, but they are gonna smoke, go towards mid, look for a kill on Sharky. Nyx Assassin, not always the easiest one to gank with the Spike Carapace, but it's only level 1, so not the longest duration. They're going to find an opening, I think. No! Sharky just walks away at the right moment, and he killed off the Hill Ward. Otherwise, they would have had vision for that Telekinesis lift. Instead, he gets away and throws a Mana Burn out there. Very annoying to play against as these intelligence heroes.
That was a really worse situation. Like, what in that situation, what you want to do is you always want to camp mid, and you wait for Zowie to get the Void off, and then you run in, right? But you can't do that, because he's just gonna burn your mana. So I think they got the timing wrong. If they waited for the bottle first, then maybe after the mana burn, he can kill.
Oh, Net goes for the rune, and he's probably gonna give up first blood, or maybe not because the Impale comes in. Prophet, is he gonna get vision? Yep. He is, and that's the first blood. Now they catch out, potentially another Nyx Assassin, but he's got the Spike Carapace. There's your Void. Oh man, this is so aggressive from LGD, and in comes the Tinker. This is time that he's not spending stacking his camps, so already disrupting the jungling a little bit, or at least not getting the pulls off. He will get a little experience mid, but they strike first on LGD. They get that first blood. And who did it actually go to? Goes to the Prophet, so we'll probably see a Midas. That's what Yao's been going for most of the time, and gonna be faster.
That was a lot of misplays, but it worked out for LG and Neon. The Prophet TP below the hill, which is weird, because you're gonna get misses. He didn't get the miss though. And then the Keeper of Light made a mistake with eating a tangle. If he just kept running, there's no way the Prophet can catch up to you because your hero runs faster, and he would have got away, I think. Unless the Prophet had boots. I'm not sure if he did. But even so, he shouldn't have ate that tango.
Well, he had. I think he did have them.
With me.
Yeah, Prophet had boots during that gank, so.
Okay. So I guess that's fine.
Yeah. Well.
As far as jungle Tinker though, I mentioned last game that Enigma can get level 6 by 4 minutes and 20 seconds, but that hero's in like super fast jungle. Like only like 2 other heroes can deal that. But this Tinker is level 3 at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So.
And that's go TPing to help mid. That was a pull that he missed.
Yeah, this is really slow. But I mean, it's faster than being in the bottom lane. So.
Right, because they're gonna. I mean, they warded off the Ancients. It's actually, if you play against MUFC, you just don't even need to ward that as long as you've seen them, because you know the Taker's gonna be in the jungle. But it's, you know, you don't always have time to watch every single replay. So we'll see. So how do you overall, as we look at this game, LGD get the first blood. It's a free farm. Luna just completely banned in the bottom lane is going for. I mean, pretty much the standard Luna build that we're seeing nowadays, but she's getting a lot of levels early. They've got a Night Stalker off to a decent start, being involved in a kill. He's controlling the runes. There's a free farm Gyrocopter, but how do you feel about how MUFC started this game?
Okay, one thing is, honestly, I haven't been paying that much attention to overall game flow as I was paying attention to the Tinker. But
Me too.
I think it's really good for LGD right now, just because they have the early game advantage. Their Luna is doing much better than the Garo. Well, not much better, but he's doing like 25% better, which is pretty good. And now with the Tinker being really under leveled, and they know this, so they can check the levels, they can just constantly gank with the Night Stalker and with the Furion. So this Tinker, like, look at it, he's walking around with 260 HP. If Night Stalker goes there, he's dead. And he has a haste rune, so.
Well, he's got to go there though. Will he? Tinker? It's level 5. 7 minutes in, considering he went mid. I mean, he's still getting pretty decent levels, out-leveling the enemy supports. Not, you know, not super fast by any means, but certainly decent.
They can go of like DDC and everybody and Less Track. Like DDC is still not doing anything. What he just did just now was walk into the lane, hit the Queen once. So now the MUFC is like, oh look, DDC's in bottom. He's not ganking us, and now he's gonna roam around and like roam back. But I mean, he can go gank with Night Stalker inside their jungle or whatever. But now Tinker's bottom.
I mean, the one good thing is they still have they still got the March machines. They still have the Illuminate. So, how much can LGD push? You've got to find the kills first. Will they? It's not clear yet, but it is not. It is for first nighttime. Shao8 has the haste rune. Nobody
he can't
really
gank alone though. No one is ganking with him. I'm not sure what he's saying on TeamSpeak right now or on Skype, but his team needs to help him. he just stayed middle and constantly getting mana burn. Now he doesn't have any mana to gank in the first place.
Well, he's not on Skype because they're on LAN together, but even worse, he's probably punching someone in the shoulder right now.
The team? Where's my team?
Yeah, team? Where's the team? Little
He's solo ganking top.
Little.
I mean, oh, he's not ever solo ganking because
It's always Prophet.
Yeah. But Prophet has like no mana, no HP.
Very passive start to game number 2. Just very defensive play from both teams. We saw the early movement mid from LGD finding that kill. Let's see what the next step is. LGD, first nighttime well underway, and now they want to find the Tinker under the tower. Here comes the Prophet giving vision to Xiao 8, but a 2-hero burrow strike by Lane. Really nice burrow strike from him. DD tanking that tower, taking a lot of damage. They want to give chase to this, and that was a big mistake from Lane, I gotta say. I don't know why he ran into that. Well, maybe he'll be okay. The laser is not there, actually. Doesn't have a single point in it yet, so didn't have that blind if he needed to use it, but they'll get out in the end, so a lot of movement, but no kills happening. Now Xiao 8 gonna go bottom and try his luck there. This might be the death of Net.
He's wards. A lot of wards.
Well, there are
He can
wards
TP
and
out.
then there's...
He can TP out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll be okay. Dodges a bullet, though. Yeah, just nothing. I mean, you have 2 solo mids who are just really aggressive gankers. You've got a Nyx Assassin and a Night Stalker, and we have 1 kill at 9 minutes in.
Well, the thing is, like, the Nyx Assassin isn't gonna gank if the Night Stalker isn't gonna gank, because if they both stay middle, then the Night Stalker gets all his mana drain, and it's fine if no one dies during night, because you don't want to fight during night. You wanna somehow survive it, and right now they're surviving it.
Well, when you say surviving, yeah, they're basically behind by a first blood, only behind a little over 500 gold. They're ahead when it comes to experience, and with Tinker and Keeper of the Light, you can get even farther ahead, whether it's stacking, just so many ways to get your gold and experience above the enemy teams. Like you mentioned, LGD's not doing a whole lot of stacking. They're doing some pulls. Well, it looks like they attempted one, but it might have been a bit too early by DDC, so not going to work out in the end. Trying to throw that
It's
next...
not gonna work.
Yep. Trying to throw him back on the hill, but not going to work.
Yeah. I think they should try to get a level 6 on DDC by clearing some of these stacks. Well, what stacks? 2 stacks. There's still only 2 stacks.
We all need a stack.
They need a stack, guys. Please stack.
Yeah, it's...
But they're gonna gank top now with 3 heroes.
It's hard to
Everyone's
get...
gonna TP. And DDC is getting levels now mid, which is what you should be doing.
We'll see if this is punished, though. I mean, they've got the heroes to some extent to kind of come in. You've got the long-range rockets. MUFC with 3 heroes mid.
There's only 1 hero with TP scroll, and they know this. No one else can TP. Like, Cuddle TP and, like, Tinker TP, who cares?
Yeah, it's only the Nyx Assassin they have to worry about. But Ohio's playing it very safe. He's got 2,200 gold, but he is quite a bit behind the Luna at this point.
Yeah.
Sylar really out-farming him. Now a 15 creep advantage. And, Gyrocopter, well, let's see. Are they going to go on top? They're still hanging around here. This first nighttime you mentioned, like, they're not getting ganked at all. They're also wasting a lot of time from LGD because LGD is trying to find those ganks. But as we look towards this late game, Ohio is going for more of the hard carry Gyrocopter. He's playing in the safe lane as the 1-position farmer. He's maxing flat cannon. Hasn't taken any other points in the skills, just going for stats. Just going for basically the mass physical damage, also the mass creep clearing. But we're not seeing Ancient stacking. We're not seeing really many camps getting stacked at all. I feel like if you go this build, you should be stacking everything constantly.
Let's see if DDC is gonna... Oh, wait, are you talking from...
For MUFC. For MUFC.
Both teams can stack.
Yeah.
And they should stack. And DDC's not stacking right now, too. He's gonna go top, but he's not gonna be able to defend the tower, I think.
Well, they are going to push instead, and lane hitting level 5. This is a little bit scary. You don't want to get caught by an Impale or a Burrow Strike, but Prophet ult is here. They already got the tier 2 bottom, or the tier 1 bottom. Now they go on to the tier 2, and if you're not for the light and the Tinker actually in the lane, then having all that anti-push doesn't really matter. Burrow striking through to DDC. Now the rockets splash in, doing some decent damage. Link thinking about giving chase. They're giving up a tier 2 for just a tier 1. I don't like this trade one bit for MUFC, but, well, they go for it. That's what they get.
I don't understand like what MUFC is thinking. I thought they were gonna go for a turtle strategy of their lineup, but instead they go for a tower trade. I mean, with Caudle, they could easily, like, Caudle can just easily TP back by himself, and then he uses the ultimate, brings a Tinker, and with 1 March and 1 Illuminate, they're not gonna be able to push down the towers. So I don't know why they stayed there with everybody.
I mean, I guess they just weren't ready. Oh, he goes for a Shadow Blade. Okay, so I mean, this is something you see a lot of on your, on Gyrocopter, even if he's being played as more of a farmer, just because it just it gives you something you desperately need, which is that mobility to get in and out of fights.
He gets the item and he delivers it to himself, and then Rubik just pings him. I thought like he would keep it in secret and then pick up later, but I mean now he knows that he has the
Well, we're probably going to see some dust immediately. In fact, it's already out on DDC.
Yeah, I think that's. I'm not sure how big a misplay it is because I don't know what his game plan is with that Lothar. But he was trying to go for a surprise tactic or anything along those lines, and he should have hit it a lot better than that.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's a pretty decent just DPS item as well. It gives you some move. It's sort of like, I mean, it's basically a Yasha, right? Except a little bit more expensive, but it does give you the invisibility. It gives you a little more burst damage with the auto attack. The mini crit, I guess you could call it, coming out of Shadow, but you get move speed, you get a decent amount of attack speed, and some good damage, so... I mean, I feel the new Shadow Blade is just a decent DPS item. Sure, it's maybe not the most cost-efficient in the game, but with all the utility it gives you, I don't know that it has to be something you hide.
It doesn't have to, but, like, why not? Like, it gives you plus 30 damage inside the lane. Like, that's not really helping you farm that much faster anyway. I mean, it doesn't matter though. His game plan doesn't seem to be ganking, so it doesn't matter at all. It protects him instead. That's fine.
This is interesting. They have the Boots of Travel up on the Tinker. Not seen any Ancient stacking. With a Gyrocopter and the Tinker, normally I can understand why there's be times where you don't want to stack. If you're going for a more aggressive gank strategy, if you're just not in those places at those times because you have other things you want to be doing, but. If you're just playing this farm-oriented game, it seems like it would be something MUFC want to do. All that being said, as far as gold goes, it's a 2,000 gold lead for LGD. Decent, but not overwhelming. Some of that is the Midas as well, but mostly it's just the really fat Luna. Does she already have her BKB? Oh, she does. Oh, how do they deal with this BKB? That's the new question. I don't think they have anything. I guess March, that's it.
March can still hit her, yeah, so it's fine. Like... You can go BKB and then you can mount the push, but it doesn't do anything because the Tinker can just march and the Kato can just blast. So, I mean, they don't have to even deal with it because they're never gonna fight.
So, do you think BKB is the wrong item here? Should Sylar be going like more of a farming DPS oriented build?
No, you need the BKB because every hero on the opponent's side can do something like that you need the BKB for, like the Garo LT and stuff like that. And also, if you don't go for the BKB and you just go straight DPS, you're just gonna get hit by the blind. So he needs to go to BKB. There's no question about it, but I mean, it's not an insanely big item.
Right.
It's not like once you get the BKB, you can do something.
Some games it could be, but this game not so much. Well, net is... now we're going to see some stacks. This will make you very happy, I'm sure. Just a little bit, though. Not stacking the Ancients. They killed off a single camp there. It turns into...
Double stack. Oh, he missed it, though. Oh, he should have been next level. He could have... Oh, he was next level. You see what Net did? He pulled one camp and he blasted the other camp from afar.
Yeah.
So he can stack both. But he didn't do it right, so it didn't work.
Oh, timing just a tiny bit off. Sylar does deny that tower bottom with the missile charging in. Nope, he'll be fine. So, we run a Night Stalker mid, and he gets a grand total of 1 kill for his team, and that really was the profit coming in. Now they're going to smoke gank. The smoke will be revealed, and then Ling turns around right as he breaches the corner. Meanwhile, Xiaowei disconnects. Xiaowei disconnects, and what looks to be just a disgusting call down hitting 4 heroes is unloaded.
I am freaking confused right now by MUFC. I thought they were going to go for some like really boring turtle strat, and I think they should be doing that. This team fight is probably like one of the best team fights they can possibly hope for. Xiaowei DCing, you got the... It looks like you're going to get a 4-man Gara ulti, but they're doing this right when the mech is up. I don't know if this is gonna be good. The BKB just got up. The mech just got up. The Eclipse is still here.
And
you're
there's
fighting
dust.
Luna in an open area. I mean, yeah. So
there is a level 3 Spike Carapace. That can be, well, at least disruptive. Not for the Luna, but for everyone else. Of course, she's got the BKB. Also, it didn't help that Ling turned around right when he clicked around the corner. It seemed like maybe a misclick, and more disconnects from LGD. In this case, I guess it gives them time to plan out this team fight.
yeah, I don't see this going in MUFC's favor. They probably can pick off DDC, but I think that's it. Maybe they might be able to escape with the good escape mechanisms for all the heroes. Like Asankin can easily escape, and with the Impale, you just run away. maybe, because after you stun DDC, who's gonna stop you? No one, because SC is not gonna hit the Lush Rack stun. He already used it, and you're gonna get Lucent Beam. That doesn't do anything. So maybe they're just gonna get one kill and run away. But if they go for a full team fight, I think they're gonna get owned.
And if Gyrocopter comes in, he could be dusted, or maybe not. That was an amazing amount of stun. But where's the follow-up? Gyrocopter hoofing it out of there. Double kill for Sylar. Now Yao chasing onto Ohio. Ohio trying to run away. The dust should wear off. He should be okay, I think, except Xiao8 is here. And Xiao8 is dust as well. Oh, doesn't even need it. Now the Illuminate and the Rockets come through. Yao almost dying to that. Not quite. Another disconnect.
I'm so confused. Why? Why did they fight that?
Well,
Like, I already mentioned that, like, there's no way they can fight that. And they should have known. Sure, you got a 4-man Garo ulti, but that doesn't mean anything. You got Flat Cannon, sure, but you know he has mech, you know he has BKB, you know he has Eclipse. There was no possible way they could have fought that, and they should have known, but they still tried it. And in the end, they just get wiped.
I guess they felt they were committed to the fight and couldn't get out of there, so...
They wasn't. They weren't. They know all the stuns were used. They know that, for sure, because one of them got hit by a splitter, and the Rubik's gonna die anyway, or they could have killed him, but then they focused random heroes. Now the Lush Rack's low, DDC's low, when they could just kill DDC right away and just run away. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like the correct move to me.
It's tough. It's probably not helping them to make the correct moves. That it's hard to get your heads inside the game. Well, guys, for anyone just tuning in, this is game number 2. It is a best out of 3. This is your loser bracket finals. This tournament, of course, the GEST Dota 2 Challenge. 2 teams who came in first and second from the GEST Dota 2 Southeast Asian Cup. That was Orange and MUFC against 2 invited Chinese teams. As I say that, now the game's unpaused. But yeah, this is game number 2. It's the loser bracket finals. LGD currently leading 1-0. Whoever wins this goes on to the grand finals, but they'll have to face LGD International with a 1-game advantage in a best out of 5. And if it's LGD who move on to that, I mean, I keep on bringing this up, but it's just, it'll be amazing to watch because, well, first of all, it's the first time anyone will get to see those 2 teams playing against each other. I mean, sure, they've scrimmed together, but that's scrims, that's not a match. And also, you know, the first time we've really gotten to watch it as a community. That'll be exciting if it happens. And if they get there, it's such a long day of games. Possibly up to, you know, at least 9, and possibly 10 if this goes best out of 3. But that's getting ahead of ourselves because, of course, MUFC, they've got a great turtle lineup. They've got a lot of heroes that are hard to push into. But they're a bit behind right now.
Yeah, but, I mean, if they choose to fight instead of turtle, then they might throw the game away before any of this turtling stuff happens.
If this turns into just a farm war, can MUFC, do you think they have the better late game?
I'm not going to claim I know, because I don't.
It's not a conventional lineup, yeah.
I don't see NYX that much and stuff, so. And I don't understand Garo that much. I mean, you go super late, then Garo wins. Like, super, super late. But then...
You're talking like having like a Butterfly, a Manta style, BKB.
More than that.
all your big items, basically.
Yeah, and then you just kill everybody by hitting a creep.
Yeah, Flat Cannon is pretty strong. And obviously, he's got the range advantage over Luna with that Flat Cannon. If you target the right unit, and then it's, of course, splashing behind him in quite a large AoE, so... At the same time, though, Luna's got the bouncing glaives, and that's something we've seen a lot of teams abusing. I'm going to throw that word out there, just abusing the glaives. Really smart positioning, so they won't just have all the Manta-style illusions clumped up. They'll spread them out, and it'll just be like a constant wave of glaives just bouncing all over the place, and they bounce through the structures to the heroes, so it gets really hard to defend. Just the 2 lineups where the carries, if this goes late enough, are just going to make it so annoying for the supports to do anything in a fight.
Yeah. Fatality booster on Nyx Assassin. Do you know what MUFC built on their heroes? Have you seen this hero play before?
They always run Nyx Assassin as a support, usually in a tri-lane, occasionally as a pulling hero in a defensive tri-lane, sometimes in an offensive one, but I have not seen them run it as a solo mid. I mean, it makes sense. You know, you talked about the advantages of it, just being able to monoburn Night Stalker. Of course, having the counter-initiate. If he goes with ganking, you can TP in and turn the fights around, but it hasn't really done a whole lot. Night Stalker's out farming him, and well,
the one time they did try to do something, it was really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't really an ideal engagement. It's a very strange game right now. It's quite interesting to see it unfold, and I'm curious where MUFC goes with this. Like, they tried to get aggressive, it didn't work. It seems they're pretty content to play, you know, the safer approach, and the approach that perhaps fits their lineup and their skill builds better. You know, things like the Flat Cat and Max First, just going more farm-oriented, more defensive. I guess the issue for me is they gave up both of their towers bottom, so that's a lane that like nobody can farm except for Tinker, which I guess is okay, but even for him, he's got to be careful.
If you look at the girl graph and stuff, it's 3,500 gold and 3,000 experience. So had they not given the towers, and they haven't initiated that fight, I think it would have been 0-0. So if the game continues like this, I think nothing's gonna happen. As in the gold graph, it's gonna stay remotely the same, which is kind of weird because you have a Midas on the Prophet.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's where MUFC, you know, having the Keeper of the Light, the Tinker, perhaps counters that to some extent. Just having their own heroes they can stack and farm those stacks a bit quicker.
Both teams can do that, and they're both trying to maximize their farm. Except, like, for the fact that they're not stacking. Like, look, right now they could have been stacking. DDC and SC could have stacked Asians at 20-50. But they're gonna go for a smoke gank right now.
And right as they do this, Gyrocopter's about to complete his BKB. So he goes for a BKB, not? I mean, sometimes we see Manta style. It wouldn't be bad to remove the silence from Night Stalker, but there's an Eclipse story about there's a Split Earth, there's a lot of nukes, and he's going for a very safe defensive build. Oh, they're going to catch out the Nyx Assassin, but he's got the Spike Carapace. No telekinesis there.
He could have telekinesis, but he hit him instead. Oh, that was so brutal to watch. I'm sure he's probably like blaming himself right now. That should have been a for sure kill.
Yeah, if you lift him there, then the silence comes out, then the Split Earth, and there's just no chance for you to cast any of your spells. Instead, and this is one of the nice things about Nyx Assassin, he is rather difficult to gank. They're going to dive the tower anyway, but lane... Oh, nice mana burn, but is it enough? Shao 8 still wants to go back in. The one thing I'll say about LGD is they're getting close to these towers. They're getting in a position where it becomes quite dangerous to defend. Still, MUFC is going to try to. Marches here. DDC's fighting into the march now. Rocket to drive the heroes back. Eclipse doing a lot of damage. Is it going to be enough? Siler with the BKB still surviving. Ohio doesn't have his yet. He's a little bit off of it. SC, DD trying to juke away. He'll get caught behind the trees. Blink Dagger up on the Tinker. A huge tower dive. They took some march damage. They had what looked to be a nice Eclipse. Siler picks up another kill. 6-2. Kills being traded back and forth, but now it's going really badly for MUFC. Gyrocopter forced to abandon ship. Of course, Tinker can always TP away. I think they're just letting LGD get too good of a positioning on the tower before they try to defend it.
Did Keeper of the Light use mech that fight? Is my question. That fight was really chaotic, so I couldn't pay attention that well. I was actually watching the Sand King trying to juke everyone he stunned into the forest, but the Nature's Prophet just summoned Treant, so and then Salar got a triple kill or whatever.
That's got to be a letdown for the Sand King. Yeah, I could not tell you if he used the mech. I'm sure the stream will when we catch up to that point, but
that mech, it's really important.
I think he did. I want to say he did.
Because it was not on cooldown when he died.
Well, maybe he didn't then. He died fairly quickly, but I thought I saw him use it. Well, either way, the Tinkers continue to progress in items. The two key farmers didn't die, the Gyrocopter, the Tinker. I guess my concern is your Sand King needs a Blink Dagger, and he needs level 11. He's actually closer than I thought he'd be, up to 1,200 gold, but I mean, even so, it's already 23 minutes in. It actually feels like it's not even that late, just because there's so many tier 1s up. Not so many, not anymore. But the Dire had 2 going into that fight. Now they only have 1 left.
Yeah, this is a really weird game. Like, usually I will be saying how LGD has an advantage, blah blah, but I'm not really gonna put too much into it, just because the Turtle lineup is so strong from MUFC. Even with the Surreal advantage, you might not be able to do that much. The thing about the top tower is that you can go for the surround.
Right.
But in the other towers, it's not as easy to go for those surrounds. They can push the tier 2 tower top again, though. But...
It is our second nighttime now, and you know I'm interested to see how much they can get accomplished. Net denies the room, but Shao 8's got the scent. There's no tower here, and yet they choose to back off, just not wanting to go up the high ground.
I think both teams. Well, MUFC has to farm, and then LGD is content with farming. So I don't think anything's gonna happen for a while.
Well, Lane's gonna get a Blink Dagger soon. Gyrocopter has the BKB, has the Shadow Blade. Now you start to get some damage items. Manta style is something we see a lot of. Daedalus or Crystallis at least. Even just things like a casual Yasha. Back into BKB if you don't already have it. Gyrocopter's a pretty versatile hero when it comes to the item build, so we'll see what he goes for. They're giving up all the tier 1s. They've got a great turtling lineup, but LGD just got the gap closers and seems to always be in position at unexpected moments, or MUFC just expects it and chooses to forfeit them. The map control weakens for them. Sure, they've got the split push, they've got the AoE, but you gotta have a home base to defend from, or Night Stalker's just gonna come kill you. Speaking of which, he's got a gem and an egg, so big map control for LGD now. And no volume from Eternal Envy. I think you may have messed up your mic somehow.
You
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I don't really know what to say. This game is really weird. So, I think LG does have a really high advantage now with all the map vision gone. Even with all these turtle heroes, there's really nowhere for them to farm.
I love this build from Xiao8. I feel like this is the perfect... I mean, Night Stalker on paper is a pretty good way to counter these heroes in like the lating stage, or not the late stage, but like right when that first night begins. If you catch a Keeper of the Light out of position, you just go and kill him while he's trying to use Illuminate to stop a push from the Luna, from the Prophet, the Leshrac, whoever it might be. But at this point in the game, by having an Aghanims and a gem, it's like if Tinker ever gets caught, he's dead. I mean, you're just not running away from the Night Stalker if he's got any sort of backup from the team. Prophet can always join the fight, so having this gem when you're up against the split push turtle lineup, I feel like that and the Ags are just such a good way to try and kind of deal with it and make them feel unsafe, even if you're not finding kills.
Yeah, also, it's good when you're winning the game with Jar, and good against Turtle Track, because when you're turtling, usually what you do is you just farm, and at one point you go for some make or break move, and then you go back to farming again. But with the Ags, it's kind of makes it mistake proof, just because you see everyone around you all the time, you kill all the wards, so it's hard for them to get caught out of position.
Tinker has a Dagon. You're up against two likely BKB carriers, one who's already got one in the Luna, actually three if you count the Leshrac as well. Oh, there's the Eclipse, but Ohio will pop his BKB. And Eclipse used up, but, that's not necessarily the most crucial ultimate, because they have this advantage, so they don't really have to worry about MUFC forcing a fight, I don't think, but nonetheless, does force out a BKB charge.
I don't think they're gonna force a fight. He's gonna keep farming with Luna forever, and then go back when they have Eclipse.
I wonder what this Dagon's about. It doesn't seem like MUFC is really in a position to be finding picks, but I guess really for the Prophet. I guess the Prophet, he might be dead now, by the way, top. There is a potential for a Blink Dagon laser. There's a lot of stun. There's the Impale. Here comes the Rockets. They want a solo pick off. Yeah, they should be able to do so. He charges into the March. It will be enough to kill him off. Hey, the Dagon's good for that.
Well, I guess. It's not going to be that good for teamfights, though, because there is the null field.
I'm trying to see the bright side.
Even if you don't have BKB, they have null field, so it's good. Dagon damage is going to be severely hindered.
And, eventually we'll be looking at a pipe, most likely from someone. Ohio's getting caught, but there's an epicenter being channeled. LGD sees this, I believe, thanks to that Aghanim Scepter at night. Just too good.
Ag's too good. And Rubik's stolen Flat Cannon, I think, 4 times this game. He's probably feeling really frustrated.
Or maybe not. I mean, hey, it helps him farm a little bit.
I'm watching it now.
He's getting all the last hits? Oh, no, he missed one. Damn it, Rubik. DDC. You let me down for the last time.
Dire's bottom tower
That was the first time I've seen that. I've never stolen that skill.
It's funny too. Like I'd love to go for carry Rubik with this. Just get pure DPS items and then die in 2 auto attacks. It's funny. Well, MUFC, they got the Blink Dagger and Sand King. They've gotten the level 11 for him. I guess the concern is LGD, they already have the natural BKB carriers. They're going to have probably a pipe at some point, I assume. I mean, they've already got null field. I still think a pipe is essential. You're up against Tinker, you're up against Epicenter, and Keeper of the Light Illuminate. But who's going to build that? It seems nobody on LGD is going to rush one anyway.
I don't think you need one. If 3 of your heroes are going to get BKB, your Furion's going to stay back, and your Rubik's going to stay back as well.
Even with March?
March? No, I don't think it's necessary.
So, it looks like...
I just don't see who's gonna get it.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Leshrac could go for it, but then he might just get instantly assassinated before he uses it. He will be fairly weak.
No, Leshrac's gonna be pretty tanky this game.
Well, now because of the build he went for, he's gonna be very hard to kill.
Like, even he has agility threats right now, which he won't have during team fights, I think. Like, if you have strength threats, he'll have like 1650 HP. So he's pretty tanky, and he hasn't even completed his Bloodstone yet.
Well, despite having a pretty good farming lineup on the side of MUFC, the gold continues to increase for LGD. Sylar comes in, Lucid Beam is here, but the counter initiation from the Sand King will at least discourage any additional aggression. Xiaowei joins the fight. Here comes the Prophet with the Hex onto Ling. Now the Luna Eclipse comes out. Is she going to use her BKB? Not yet. Just tanking up and surviving. I think he just stole call down. No, he stole flat cannon again. Oh, this is so frustrating. I mean, obviously he wants the call down there.
He wants the stun from Sand King the most.
Yeah.
Or the NYX stun.
Sand King died too fast there. He's got to live longer.
This is so PC absolute emo right now. There's so many good spells to steal. He always steals that one.
even Illuminate, March. These are all fantastic spells. Impale, Vendetta would be pretty awesome too.
I want to mention that Leshrax's Bloodstone build's really good, because with the March, generally everyone gets really low HP. And if they do focus on Leshrac first, his Bloodstone is going to heal everybody. I'm not sure if he's keeping that in mind, or just a standard build on Leshrac. It's really good this game, for sure.
Yeah, whether it's an accident or not, or just a coincidence or not, it will have that nice additional benefit. Sylar throws the Manta Illusions, just constantly giving some pressure to that bottom lane to relieve what the Tinker is bringing to the table. Dagon is being upgraded. He's not just building a Dagon, he's upgrading a Dagon. And he's doing it against two heroes that will have BKBs eventually in the Leshrac and the Night Stalker, one that already does in the Luna. And I guess he just wants to, I mean, eventually I guess we'll see a Dagon 5 Ethereal Blade at the rate he's going.
When you turtle...
That is my favorite pub build in the world, by the way.
I've never done it,
It's amazing, and it's also horrible, but it's amazing. The best hero to do it on is Bounty Hunter, because you get so much additional gold, you can actually afford it. Another recipe, up to Dagon 3.
Lothars on Bounty Hunter, come on.
Yeah, well, yeah, but...
Seems legit.
Dagon 5 Ethereal Blade's more fun. Plus, you can taser people from a distance, so...
Yeah.
Of course, Lothars is the, well, broken, bugged item that shouldn't work the way it does in Bounty Hunter, but the better one nonetheless.
Why not? Why shouldn't it work, though? It's a crit. It's Lothars. It's always worked on every other hero. Items.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's fine.
It's too good. That's why it shouldn't work.
Not everyone gets it. Like, Hammer Bulldog doesn't get it, like, half the games. And we tell him not to get it. He only gets it when it's funny.
You're just trying to deprive him of the sheer pleasure of instantly giving any support in the game.
Generally, he just runs in and dies. To a Sentry Ward.
Bulldog, if you're listening, I can find you a team that appreciates you a bit more. Just call me after this. Oh, man. So, back to Ohio going for... Is he going to get the Ethereal Blade? I assume it'll be a Butterfly for him. Speaking of Butterflies, Luna just picked one up. So LGD just getting the big items a lot faster, and, well, we'll see. Is this some sort of weird combo where Ohio gets the Ethereal Blade so that Tinker's Dagon Ethereal Blade combo gets off the ground sooner? I assume it's a Butterfly.
Oh my god.
That would be next level if that's what
that would be so next level, because they can Lothar and gank the Blink Dagger Tinker.
Oh, I don't think they're going for it. He's
and
got
then
the
they just
money.
keep turtling until it works. It's gonna work eventually.
I guess more importantly, they kill off the Keeper of the Light while this is happening.
Yeah.
And MUFC does not want to pick a fight right now. I guess it's the Butterfly. I was trying to be... I mean, casting with you is making me really think outside the box, but I guess that was too far outside the box for anyone's comfort.
They do this. I can see it working. This would be so epic. Please do it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get assassinated. The Dagon continues to kill off the Prophet. Oh, this is quite nice. They're punishing this Prophet's... I don't want to call it greed, but just confidence to be farming by himself, and... That's going to force LGD to at least slows down their push a bit top. This won't be good, though. There's your Spike Carapace and the TP out, but Lift will counter that. Throw him back down and then kill him off. Dead Nyx Assassin.
He thought DDC's would hit him again before he pulls him up.
It could have worked, but DDC that time, he finds the solution. Ohio's coming in, and he's in Viz, but there are no easy kills. 1,700 health on SC, like you mentioned, will heal his teammates.
Epicenter.
Oh, what a huge Epicenter! What an epi! Oh, Sylar.
Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Like, if I ever played against this, I would just kill myself. It's like, you can't find Mendota, because they're just gonna keep, like, illuminating and stuff.
Right.
But you can't farm, like, alone, because you're gonna get Lothar.
Because you're gonna get Blink Dagon by the Tinker, and in fact, oh, DDC's out of range. The Rocket's chasing him. Surprisingly turned around there. I thought he could have continued the chase and gotten the kill, but opts not to. Oh, there was still the Spike Carapace, so maybe not. Now the Dust goes the other way. Oh, it barely clips Ohio, but he should be fine. You're right. I mean, in a certain sense, it's got an answer to everything. Also, that stun was huge. Luna never got her BKB off until it was way too late.
Yeah. He stunned 2 arrows as well. That was really big.
And now a butterfly complete on Gyrocopter. So we're only 35 minutes in, but we're quickly approaching, I mean, that point in the game where heroes start to get pretty beefy. And there's only been 16 kills, but we have seen a lot of movement. It's just both teams are, they're playing that chess game. They're predicting each other's movements pretty well. They're MUFC punishing occasionally LGD's mistakes, and it's keeping them in the game. Now
This game makes no sense. Like, the gold graph is going up and up and up. It's going down a little bit since the last engagement, but it just keeps going up. But it doesn't feel like LGD's. I wonder how they're feeling. Like, do they feel like they're gaining the advantage from doing this? Because they are. But do they feel it? Because I don't feel it when I'm casting the game until I check the gold graph.
Right, like it's one thing to see the numbers, then it's another thing psychologically. Do you feel like you're in control of this game? I would say if I'm on LGD, well, if I'm LGD, you know, I've got Xiao 8 on my team, so of course I feel in control. But I mean, honestly, yeah, it feels like they're the ones who are reacting and getting punished for mistakes right now. And it doesn't help that there's barely been any kills because they have the lineup that wants there to be lots of kills.
I mean, if they analyze it properly, then I think they can, but it's really hard. If they look into the items of Ling and the MYX, they haven't gotten any new items at all. They got a Blink there like 10 minutes ago, that's it. And then the MYX has always had the Vanguard forever. And now he has the Ogre Club.
Oh man. Well, this is gonna be another one of those games. I think it's you. You're causing these games to be so strange and.
No, Boba made one of those games strange too. I had to watch that one.
Oh, you. Well, Prophet now going for a BKB. It looks like maybe an Eggs. Oh, actually, maybe a Heaven's Halberd for the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, he has BKB.
Yeah, it's true. I'm really trying to think outside the box here. But yeah, they're pushing the bottom lane. Everybody's smoked up. This time, or not smoked up, but grouped up. And of course, with the Night Stalker having the gem, being where they are, there's just nowhere a ward could be to spot them. And they're closer to him, but this time MUFC ain't biting on that.
This also answers your question to why there's no one's getting a pipe. I mean, 4 people are going to have the BKB now.
Oh, Lane, that could have been a costly burrow strike, but at the end it's not. Yeah, they're going, like you said, already triple BKB. And eventually we'll see Leshrac get one too. Then it'll be quad. Heck, Rubik wouldn't mind picking one up just to ensure he can steal whatever he wants.
He's going to steal Flat Cannon.
He'll have a BKB and he'll still find a way to steal Flat Cannon. And then he'll curse the Dota gods. Damn you, Ice Frog.
I think Rubik just went the full duration of his ultimate and ran out of the spell. He hasn't seen a hero to steal a spell from the last, like...
This is all a devious plan by MUFC to counter Rubik. Constantly have Flat Cannon as the last use spell, never show a hero to him. This is the make him as sad as possible strategy.
If I won this game as LGD, would I be happy? Like, playing this game...
Remember, there's a best out of 5 with the enemy team having a 1-game advantage lurking for you. So it's not even like the end of the tournament where you can just sort of throw everything on the line.
Like, if we're losing and we're taking you off us, you're gonna be so tired after this game.
Oh, here comes the TP in from Tinker right on top of Xiao 8. Instead, he cancels it. Now Prophet TP's in. They're going to catch Nat. Roshan has been abandoned. They want to fight this one. Where is that epicenter? It's being channeled right now. He gets it off, but the Blink Dagger was canceled. Oh, he still gets DDC in the end. Doing a little bit of damage. DDC dropping low. Another set of rockets picking him off. And LGD just don't find a good opening there. They back off, but maybe on round 2 they'll find a better one. Ohio's going to Shadow Blade away from the 4-man death ball of LGD lurking on the high ground. They lost Rubik. They lost the heart support. Oh, MUFC, don't tell me you're really going for this Roshan. Oh, they're really going for it. Oh no, this does not look good. There's an Eclipse. They're all going to be caught in the pit. Eclipse actually cast before the big turn around the corner, doing a ton of damage. Roshan's low, but not low enough. Ohio's now dropping quickly, but doing some good damage. A nice burrow strike, and the ult coming in from Gyrocopter. Everyone's dropping low, but it's not enough. LGD, too much damage until Taker shows up. Dagon's one. He'll probably, or will he? He's got the Dagon. They thought he went north, he went south, and he blinks onto the high ground and escapes. Roshan is low. I don't know if it's low enough to take, and LGD are thinking they want this. Boy, do they want it. They're gonna go for it.
Well, if Zhao is dead, he can just keep marching from the high ground. But I think Roshan's gonna die too fast. That was a really weird fight. They should have waited for a Tinker to be there so you can keep marching and marching and marching, and then maybe you can get the Rosh. But I feel like they shouldn't have went for the Rosh in the first place. Usually what happens is that the Tinker just stands up the hill at the trees and keep marching. But in this game of the Nature's Prophet and the Ags, he can see you, and then Nature's Prophet will just kill all the trees and then you're dead. So I don't think going for Roshan was the right choice. Obviously now that like they lost the fight, but I felt that way beforehand. It was really weird for them to make that decision.
Yeah, especially to go back the second time. I mean, even the first time I felt was a little bit, greedy or risky at least. Because, LGD are the ones with they have the gem, they have the Night Stalker with Ags. Like, you don't have much vision. So even when they were 5 alive and, and then after that first initial round of the engagement, you only killed Rubik. I'm with you. I thought it was a bit risky, but it could have worked. I mean, if LGD had misplayed that, they didn't though. And so it is punished.
I also find it really difficult to understand MUFC's mindset. They give away towers for free. Their Tinker doesn't even come back to defend. But for some reason, they go out for these insanely difficult engagements. It seems like they're willing to just turtle at one point and give away things, but at the same time, it seems like they're trying to go for really big things instead of just going for a small pickoffs like they've been doing successfully the whole entire game.
Well, yesterday they had an amazing performance from Ohio. He was making some spectacular plays, and I don't know if that factors into it, where, he's just outclassing his opponents with his individual mechanics and play, and so they're thinking they can pull these kinds of things off. Maybe that's the mindset. I'm just speculating, to be totally honest, but well, whatever the mindset was, it's not working out on the fields of Dota. LGD are grouped up as 4 mid. They are going to have a Prophet who can TP in at any time. So it could be that 5-man push. They've got the Luna with max everything. In fact, level 23 already. It really doesn't feel like 41 minutes. And this is weird, even though it's been a pretty long game with a lot of pauses. For whatever reason, it just feels like it's not that late into the game for me. But it is getting pretty late. Luna's got a Satanic. She's got, at this point, it's Boots of Travel, 1 more item. That's pretty much all that's left for Sylar. And then he'll be complete. Or will he? He will. But yeah, how do you push an MUFC even with the Aegis?
Oh, flat cannon, come on! Oh, he got called down! No way!
Oh,
no
DDC,
way.
He's broken the jinx, he's broken the Eternal Envy curse.
How did you get that spell? Of all spells you get that one?
Poor guy.
Yeah.
And by poor guy, I mean poor guy that you've been jinxing this whole time. Sylar eats Dagon #1. Tinker just constantly rearming it. He's going for the Ethereal Blade, but I don't think he's going to have it in time. It's actually a Dagon 5. That was a 3. Hero Burrow Strike. The lift is here. Epicenter has not been cast yet. This is a lot of AoE damage. Isn't enough. Everyone's getting fallen to pieces. Ohio is just doing so much, but not quite enough. They all dropped low. None of them fall. If Leshrac had died, it might have helped LGD because everyone would have got a huge free heal. Instead, it's a 1-for-1 trade. How did nobody else die? Oh my goodness. Now shall we?
Simba?
Because what Simba? Mech?
BKB.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Net didn't use Mech again till the very end of the fight after everyone died. Nick's assassin died. His mechs have been really slow this game.
I gotta say, Lane has had quite a few... Oh, wow. I don't know if you caught that before it happened, but...
No.
Prophet gets solo killed by the level 5. This is... I think Prophet TP'd there after the fight with like half health, and Tigger just instantly assassinates him.
I think you can kill him even while half health though.
How much HP does he have? Well, he's got the Scythe. I guess it comes down to how quick he is on his fingers.
Because if you TP in and then you instant Dagon into blink into trees, and then you blink back in and Dagon, there's nothing you can do.
Right, and if he tries to TP out, it's gonna take a couple of seconds. It gives you enough time for a second combo.
You just shift click your blink and Dagon. I think even unless you spam click with the Hex in the first place, I don't think you would have got him.
This is still a game. It's a lead for LGD, but I feel this is a much tougher nut to crack than like last game. We looked at the lineups, and eventually, if LGD had enough items and the game got late enough, they had too much team fight to really mess it up. This game, I'm not so convinced. I feel like they might have the slightly better late game, but only if they can somehow avoid getting picked by Tinker. And with him having an Ethereal Blade soon, and then the ever-present threat of the Nyx Assassin, although he's poor, all he really needs to do is impale someone. Well, Tinker does the damage. I think LGD, MUFC still in this.
Oh, they're definitely in this. They haven't lost their action either. LGD hasn't done anything insanely big yet.
And LGD
well,
is...
except the Roshan fight.
And you talked about, you know, who feels like they're leading. After that fight, I mean, I don't think that was a convincing win. If anything, I think LG... Oh, Sylar, nice bait there. Dodge is able to BKB to dodge that Impale. He is sieging the tower down. Once the tower falls, it gets a little bit harder. There's still a glyph up, though.
No, I gotta feel that LGD is gonna keep calm, and they know they're in the lead. Even though they're getting picked up every now and then, they know it doesn't matter that much since they have complete total map control, and their farm rate's way higher. If you look at the go grab, it keeps going up. It's not going out like crazily fast, but it's still going up.
Yeah, it's still steadily advancing. Rubik has stolen Mana Burn, so he's broken the Jinx. He's not going to hit anymore. There's the 2-hero Bro Strike, but Lane is the target of choice. Shall wait, dropping low. Sylar is the first one down. That taser is just pewing away. Taker TP's back to the fountain. Shao 8 running for his life. Rocket chasing down DD. Who do they focus? They want to go Prophet. Another 2-hero stun. This time it's an Impale. Now Lane unloads the epicenter. Everybody getting exploded in this fight. Yao is able to TP to safety, but they get the Night Stalker. It's 3 kills for MUFC. You said LGD felt confident. You said they should be able to siege this one out, but they make one small mistake with positioning, and MUFC just tears them apart.
That was a really good play by the Sanking and MYX at the end. He could have went for the Vendetta hit, but he didn't. Once he saw the opportunity, he just went instantly for the double stun, and then the Sanking followed up with a different double stun. So in the end, all 3 of them were stunned, and none of them were able to escape. It's a pretty good play.
Yeah,
well, except for Furrion escaped, right?
Yeah,
yeah, he TP'd out with BKB.
Oh yeah, when he died to the Tinker, that was earlier on the bottom lane. Top lane though, there is action. People like gets picked off, and Tinker stuck on the cliff. He doesn't have rearm because he's silenced. Oh, they could see him, but of course he can rearm and then even go back in. He may do so. Gyrocopter finds a kill mid. Shao8 still running away. They got the tower. Now they're breaching high ground. Luna's dead for a while. Does she have buyback? No buyback on Luna. What has been stolen? It is flat cannon, which, hey, it's not terrible, I guess, first this push. It looks really silly. They might get racks off of this. Is MUFC going to? Luna's dead for another 20 seconds. No Lashrak either. Then comes the Prophet with the March starting to come down. This Rax is going to fall pretty quickly. Ohio's plugging away for all he's worth. Nyx Assassin with the Spike Carapace. They get a lane of Rax. MUFC draw first blood. When it comes to that, they may lose the Nyx. I think that's okay. If you lose Ohio too, maybe not, but he's going to BKB and TP away, and Shao H just left, scratching his head like, how the hell do I kill this guy?
I'm scratching my head right now. What the fuck is going on?
After, well, the graph is telling me that MUFC are starting to come back into this. They're still down quite a bit. 14k gold, about 8k experience. What the frick indeed.
Are you ready for the Pharaoh Blade? Oh wait, he didn't get it. Come on. The chicken was in the secret shop.
Well, he does have to save for buyback.
No, he doesn't. Let's go. Okay, no, yeah, he has enough reliable gold if he kills the Ancients one. Or anything.
Will he ever get to the Ancients? That's a great question. The March. How does one push into this? And this is the opposite of what we saw the last game, right? Where it was MUFC who kept on trying to push into LGD, and just every time they tried to, for whatever reason, whether it was individual mistakes in some cases or just really nice play from LGD, the fights went the other way. It's, oh, Net really trying to go for that ward. Well, he has...
What is that word? That's word. It's pretty...
Actually, that sees... Oh, wait, that's the Radiant Vision. Yeah, that's not a bad ward, actually. Kind
that
of...
word's pointless, because you have to jump.
Yeah, that's true.
But, I mean, it's still a cool word. I might use this one.
Just not when the enemy is a Night Stalker with an Ags and a gem. Oh, they're going to catch out... Oh, no. They catch the Nerubian Assassin. He is definitely a key hero for this team. But can they push off of this? Luna's trying to kill up the creep's bottom. Has no real item progression, but oh, Boots to Travel picked up. So has... This is one way to try and deal with that split push, although it's dangerous. We've seen if she doesn't get her BKB off, could be in some trouble. With the Satanic, though, can pretty much lifesteal back to full instantly if you don't burst her down during that time.
There's too much stuns from MUFC if the BKB is not, I think. The MYX stun is so underrated. It's 2.77 second stun. It's insanely long.
And even Sandcades is quite long, over 2 seconds, so it's pretty solid. It's almost 5 seconds of stun time combined.
Very low cooldown. If you compare it to like the normal cooldown, which is like 18 seconds or something, it's like 11 seconds is nothing.
Right, you compare it to like a Sven stun, except it's in a line and it's a much longer range, so...
Yeah.
Or not range, but total area that it affects. God.
Well, it's a good stun.
It's a good stun. You guys, you've learned something today.
For real play, come on!
See, this is what Beyond the Summit does. It provides valuable life lessons, like, it's a good stun. He got it. It's an E-Blade. And he's got... Actually, does he have enough for buyback with as far as reliable gold goes?
No.
No, does not,
No?
currently. That's what Dota's telling me. I think the way it works is it factors in...
It's fine. Just look at the gold. Like, if he dies, he's gonna be off by 2 gold and he just wait 2 seconds. Who cares? Look at it, right? You see it, right? It's 1,569 reliable gold, and its buyback's 1,572.
Yeah.
So, he just waits a few seconds. It's not that big a deal.
We'll see if he does. He's a feisty little one. TP's top, not gonna start spamming March. LGD still trying to figure out how to crack the nut that is this MUFC base. And as teams often do in this situation, they turn to Roshan hoping that he will provide the answers that the game thus far has not given them. They should get the sieges fairly easy.
I don't believe so. This is the
No,
second
it's only the second Roche.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy when you think about it. 50 minutes in, I mean, we've seen games with 4 or 5 agencies by this point. This is only number 2. But with Xiaowei patrolling the area above that, there's just no sneaking up, especially with the gem.
So they're gonna try to push again, I think. And it's probably going to fail. Oh, we'll see.
Sylar? Up to 5k gold. I guess he's got room for one more item, but he's pretty much topped out, so... Then it really comes down to the supports, and... Frankly... Oh, I thought I heard an epicenter for a second. Well, they're gonna slow roll this, and while they do that, Nyx Assassin is gonna hunt for heroes up in the top lane.
I think he should rebuy his BKB once he has enough gold for buyback.
It's super expensive, because you can't sell it anymore. You just gotta buy a fresh one. Oh, Xiaowei, look at that damage!
Did he dag it? I don't think he did. Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. That was
But he
half
didn't
his
do anything
HP. That was a lot of damage.
That's a lot of HP. He has a 3,000 HP right now.
But that was like 1,500 damage with the missile, as well as the dagger. They can keep on doing this. This is like the ultimate anti-push. I feel it's almost better in some ways than the Illuminate. 'Cause it's not just killing the creep wave, it's bringing heroes into the danger zone.
Oh my god, he's gonna die in 1 hit. No.
Oh, Burrow Strike again on 2 from Ling. Now the ult comes out. He wants SC, he wants DD. Tinker tasering heroes from afar. Has room for another Ethereal Blade Dagon combo. Will he choose to use it? He wants DD. No, he tasers Xiaowei again, who also is unable to auto-attack. Ohio unable to attack him. Everybody dropping low. Now Ohio just plugging away, blinking away, going for these kills, running from the missile. That might be trouble for him. He's low, but they are getting the mid-racks while this is happening. Sylar's bringing it down, muscling through those buildings. And will he pay for this? He's got the Ethereal Blade. Ohio's giving chase with the Lothar's Edge, trying to catch up to him. They have another blink. Are they going to try and find him? He's got the Aegis. He's got 8k gold. So they strike back. They get a lane of Rax. Not out of the woods yet, but they hold on to the Aegis. I'd say it looked a little dicey for LGD, but a successful fight.
I think that Ethereal Blade on Xiaowei actually made them lose the fight, just because, well, not because of it directly, because Ohio went straight for the Xiaowei when he should have stayed in the fight and hit everybody else. But he chased the Xiaowei for like extra few seconds, which is really important. Those extra few hits with Black Cannon can completely change the fight. And instead, like a few heroes live half their HP. I mean, way lower than half their HP, like 1/4 their HP.
Yeah, he was going for the Night Stalker, and then the Ethereal Blade pretty much made him waste his time, so it's quite unfortunate.
Well, if he didn't have Ethereal Blade Dagon, he wouldn't have got him anyway, but I don't think he should have went for him in the first place.
Right.
He just went for the other heroes. It's not like Xiaowei does that much damage. He's just tanky. He's just annoying. He literally doesn't do anything other than just being annoying. He has an Ags, he has a BKB, he's a Reaver, he just tank. He doesn't do any damage.
You know where they say hero roll in the in like Learn Dota? It's like, oh, this here's a carry, this is an escape hero. Night Stalker, annoying.
I think they need to change their way of thinking about how to deal with these team fights. Because killing the Furion...
Oh, it's a man fight, and Sylar's going to throw away an Aegis bottom lane. It looks like, will he BKB to try and dodge out from this? In comes the Tinker. That forces the BKB. He's going to TP back to base. It's already a 5-second BKB. It's been one for a while, so no big deal there. And they're going to try and push without him. That could prove to be potentially a mistake. Can they bully down the Rex during this time? A lot of heroes have buyback right now. Xiao Wei is going to BKB, dodges away from a crucial burrow strike. Tinker goes forward instead onto Yao. Now the Illuminate comes, but the BKB from Yao, they're just spamming BKBs, popping them like a crack addict does his crack, and using it to try and work the towers down. Well,
MUFC doesn't take the bait. Everyone used their BKB, but they decide not to go in. That would have been an opportunity.
yeah, especially with Luna not being there.
Yeah.
And knowing that the Boots of Travel are on cooldown since she just used them, so couldn't rejoin the fight, but...
It's really hard to decide things like that.
Right.
They could have definitely caught them, though, because they have Blink Dagger.
I mean, if you lose that fight, you lose this game because they are fighting at your base. They're pushing one side of the map with the Luna. Sylar might get caught out. Oh, might get caught out. Will get caught out. Easy kill. Taste. I love these. Meanwhile, they're getting the Rex top. Melee Rex will be falling. Can they kill Sylar? No, he's BKBs. Now he eclipses.
Barracks has fallen.
Oh boy, here comes the big fight top. Burrow strike in from lane, has the epicenter. Yao about to be hit by all the nukes in the world, and that missile is gonna kill him. He tries to turn around and bring it down. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Sylar has used the BKB. They have got 2 lanes of racks. LGD still looking good in this game, looking like they will take the clean 2-0 sweep against the ultimate cheese and a nuisance that MUFC have been, but they're not completely out of it yet. MUFC still have a bit of a shot. They won another Dagon on Sylar, blinking forward. No mon, actually had the mana for the Dagon, didn't get it off from the looks of things. Now Xiao Wei trying to run away. They get mega creeps. They get mega creep. No, they don't. There's still a range Rex mid, but they are damn close to getting them. Oh.
What a good plan. They just went straight for bottom with the Luna, and they're like, okay, come get me. And then at the very moment they went for Luna, everyone else just goes top and back towards the Rex. Oh, such a good plan. It seems like this game's going the other way as in the first game, where LGD got mega creeps. No. Yeah, LGD got mega creeps, and then MUFC was just like AFK in their fountain and killing everybody. But now it's the other way, where they're about to get mega creeped, but they're gonna try to fight back.
I'm disappointed in Sylar. He bought a Monkey King bar, and he's sitting on 5k gold after that. Get a rapier. Come on, Sylar. But of course...
No.
Of course, you're up against the Butterfly Gyrocopter. Speaking of rapiers, Ohio's got a rapier. I may have missed that in the last fight, actually. Just so much going on in this game. My apologies if I did, but they're going to get the mid-racks. Remember,
Their 2 towers are up. They have to go for the front.
Going for the throat now. No buyback on Gyrocopter. Profit, no buyback either. Can they kill it off in time? Here comes the Burrow Strike. They kill off the Rubik. That was a big pick. They're sniping them all near the fountain. Can they get DSC? They will!
No buyback.
Oh, it's X-Freedom. Are they going to win this game off the back of that play? They might. Ohio with the Divine Rapier just muscling down the throw. The tier 4 is dying quickly. Now the Burrow Strike through on the illusion. Ohio's trying to win this one. He wants to win it now. He's got the BKB. He will unload it. Oh, everybody's got so much damage. Everyone dropping low. Xiao Wei's about to die. Everyone dying. This MUFC really turning this game around. Focus the throne. Ignore the Luna. That's the game plan. And oh, it's not going to be enough. Ohio dies. Ohio is dead. Oh no, he does a buyback. Why isn't he using it? Now he does. Can he backdoor the throne? The throne stands against all odds. It survives, damn it. It survives.
Well. What did I say?
Oh yeah, he lost the Divine Rapier, by the way.
Yeah, there's no point in saving our buyback. Well, he hasn't now. But there wasn't really any reason for the guy to have buyback, because once you die, you lose your Rapier anyway. They're gonna go invis and... Oh no, they're gonna kill the Creep Wave. I thought they were gonna go right past the Creep Wave and try it. They need to fight outside of base. LGD. If they go in, they're just gonna backdoor the Rex and screw everybody else. Who cares?
Yeah, that Rex is gonna die
No
very
sexual. That's so weird.
Oh my god, they don't have detection. It's an ambush. It's a trap, says the Gyrocopter. The chain stun on Sylar. He'll go down to start this fight. Everybody else, though, still alive. Yao's doing a lot of damage. They gotta bring him down before he kills everyone with that Divine. Now he gets Hex. Tinker has that, of course. Burrow Strike on 2. Can they kill off Yao? They get the Divine. They get the Divine. Kill the throne. Ohio killed the throne. Oh, DDC trying to hold on, but this is going to be a massive turnaround. MUFC steal game number 2. We're headed to a game number 3. Holy freaking shit.
You know what LGD needed that game? They needed a disconnect. If they had a disconnect, I think they would have won. This disconnected, they were like, okay guys, let's buy some sentry wards. Let's put these sentry wards inside our base. And then everything was fine, but they were panicking. They didn't put any sentry wards yet, no detection. They lost the gem. Nick Assassin just runs up the hill. He's like, oh sure, it's Sylar, let's go. No buyback.
Oh, I can't add anything to that. I'm LD, he's Eternal Envy. Guys, thank you for tuning in. This was game number 2. We are Beyond the Summit. This tournament, of course, brought to you by Dota Talk. This is a best out of 3. The winner has to play a best out of 5 versus LGD International. But before that happens, we probably have another 90-minute game away, so we'll wrap this one up quickly. If you enjoy the cast, be sure to subscribe to Beyond the Summit. $5 a month goes a long way to support us and bringing you insane, mind-bending games like this one. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to follow Eternal Envy on his Twitch.tv stream, and I don't remember the URL, so go ahead and tell everyone now.
Twitch.tv/EternalEnvy with 2 Y's in the end. And follow me at Twitter as well, EternalEnvy1991.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 is complete. My brain is mush. When we come back, it will be scrambled eggs, and game number 3 will be underway. Stay tuned for that.
Da 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 da